All right. Music comes down and the show is going to start. All right. What's up, everyone? Let's just give everyone here just a couple minutes to log in. Couple minutes for everyone to get caught up with what's going on. How's everyone doing out there? How is the sound? And if anyone out there watching could let me know how the sound is, and if anyone has some football scores, right? If we got any football scores that you guys could put in the chats, that would be awesome. All right, like I said, we are a little early, no big deal. Going to get this thing going here. Got a lot to talk about tonight. We are going to talk a bunch about NFTs. We are going to talk a bunch about what is going on with stellar pricing. We're also going to talk about some separations that we're seeing in the market right now between stellar and Bitcoin. So yep, you're not going to want to miss that. So let's get to it. Let's see. Anyone out there helping me out with a sound check? Had a little sound issues on the earlier stream, so hopefully it's good. Eric chimes in saying the sound is good. Well, thank you, Eric. Thank you very much. All right, so yeah, we're talking about pricing and got the sound up on the screen right now. Coach chimes in 7-7 Bills Chiefs. Thank you, Coach. I greatly appreciate that. I don't want that distraction in front of me, so I'm just trying to focus with you guys right now. But we're looking at the price. We just broke 20 cents here, all right, for Stellar. We just broke 20 cents. And we have to look at this last movement here and look at the movement on Stellar right here at the screen, all right? Right? We came off with that bounce, all right, and it was a pretty low. Let's be real here. But the rebound is also happening with Bitcoin, all right? And we know what happens. We know Bitcoin pulls it. So look at the similarity of the chart with Bitcoin and XLM. They are almost identical. Isn't that creepy? So if we're wondering if the market is mature enough yet for separation, the obvious answer is no. The market is not mature enough yet for separating between Bitcoin and Stellar. If you look at the two right now, all right, their charts are almost identical, and yet they have just two seriously different functions, all right? And so one of the things we had talked about on the earlier streams, and it was more that we talked about on Friday, is just the separation and the maturity of the market. I'm just not seeing that right now. In fact, I think, geez, I'm almost going to have to push the right word to infancy in the market right now, all right? Because look at this. Look at the chart I have on the screen right now. That is Bitcoin. That is up on the screen hanging out, okay? That is Bitcoin. I switch over to Stellar. That looks like the same darn chart. Look at that. So yeah, the market is still very much in lockstep right now. We're seeing these patterns here. And we're seeing these patterns kind of replicate between the two, you know? And for me, it's a little frustrating. I would have thought by now more consumers, more money would have understand the difference. But we do know the reality is that, seriously, whatever happens to Bitcoin, the OG crypto out there, we know it does to the rest of the market. And what's up to everyone out there that is joining us right now on the live stream? We're going to have some fun with this one today. We're going to open it up to questions for you. We're going to open it up to talking about NFTs. We're going to talk conspiracy theories if you want. Yeah, we got a conspiracy theory story, an actual legit one too. It's kind of nice. A lot of stuff out there that we could talk about tonight. Let me just get a little bit of water here. I streamed earlier, in case y'all hadn't noticed. I streamed earlier. And on the stream earlier, we were talking about a really, really neat story. And I'm not sure if any of you guys out there watch this channel, but my kids got me into this kind of stuff. And my wife and I, we watch this kind of stuff too. We like a lot of the mystery stuff, right? So we started watching this channel, the Tech It Realm. And I kind of pop in and out of their channel. They got some really, really good stuff, okay? But one of the cool things I saw, and Ricky Holloway, thank you for chiming in. Rams win last 25 seconds. Thank you for the updates. I really, really appreciate that because as you can see, I cannot watch while I'm doing this. So thank you, everyone. But yeah, my wife and I were just scrolling through some of his stuff, some of his content, and we saw this. And I got it up on the screen right now, and it says, if you ever see this symbol, turn around and run. And I kid you not, the funny thing about this is the symbol they show is so eerily, I mean, it is so similar to Stellar. It is creepy. Here, I'll put it up on the screen for you. I've done this how many times today? It's a very eerie thing. Let me just get to that in the video. So they show you right here. And again, I mean, conspiracy theory here or there, yeah, I get it. But it was just a really cool program to watch. And I just was curious if any of you out there have ever seen this program. And I got it up on the screen. It's from the Tech It realm. If you ever see this symbol, turn around and run. It has 1.2 million views on it. It is really neat because they talk about the origin of the symbol, when they got their first sightings of it, and the first sightings of this symbol that he talks about in this video are around the time of Stellar launching. There was a lot of things using this symbol, so there's a lot of similarity with symbols. On the last stream, people were talking about how this symbol felt familiar, right? Like they had seen it somewhere before. Definitely a familiarity to the symbol. So we started digging, right? And I started digging through some of the older Stellar videos, and I found one from May 8th, 2020 that showed that exact symbol right here. You can see it up on the screen. Kind of cool. We got into the rabbit hole, and we just kind of went down the rabbit hole just to explore some Stellar stuff. But some other big news that we are talking about, all right? And you guys out there that love the live streams, you guys out there that have been following the channel closely, know that we have been talking about Litemint, right? NFTs on Stellar. But we've also been talking about a bunch of us out there. We like the idea of NFTs, but the majority of the genre, right, of what we see on here, maybe not all of us are into, right? I mean, I'm not a Bored Ape Yacht Club guy, all right? I'm not a Savage Joe guy, and I'm not saying that like it's good or bad. It's just that's just not my thing, right? I mean, that's just not the art that I'm into. I'm not a Stellar Punk guy. I respect the stuff because it's hard to make. It takes a lot of time to do digital art, but it's not my thing, right? So we had a member of the channel, a subscriber of the channel, send in this, and you guys are gonna love this. So one of the problems people have with NFTs is they think NFTs stand for not effing there, okay? And that's my wife's phrase. My wife always says that. But check this out. This person, right? And I don't mean to say person in a bad way. No, this person made an NFT, right? This is on Litemint right now. But this actual piece of art is going to be sold with it. So once you purchase the NFT, you will be able to use that NFT as a receipt to claim the real thing. They will ship it to you. So what's really cool about that is not only are we now having a new genre of art coming in, all right, to Litemint. And we've seen Litemint it's been growing and growing and growing, and it is nothing but positive for the Stellar ecosystem. Nothing but positive. Litemint is just good things for Stellar because it's more people spending lumens, it's more people using the ecosystem, it's more people building on the Stellar chain and creating stuff on the Stellar chain, and you can create value on the chain, all right? And what I wanted to talk about regarding value on the chain is when we start looking at this, okay, we want to start looking at value, all right? How are you bringing value to the chain, all right? Some people can bring value to the chain with art, they could bring it with projects and so forth. But what's cool is we now have, all right, so you see video art up on here, you see collection art. We now have an artist who is doing wood burning, right? This is a wood burning image, all right? This is done on a slab of wood. This is all burned in. And yes, as you can see, it is very adult-esque. Yes, adult mint. You guys wanted dark mint, right? So we got dark mint, right? And so that's the thing. We're now starting to connect artists, and we're starting to connect creators together. And now when you buy this NFT, you will actually own that piece of art. They will ship it to you. The artist will ship it to you. The artist's contact information is on the chain, on that transaction, on that description. So you are able to then verify that you have it, obviously, by showing your wallet. You could show a screenshot of your Litemint holding. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. You could also do it by wallet verification, however. But the cool thing about it is now you're having actual NFTs be represented with physical art. That is legit stuff, all right? And that is something new, all right? Let's see. Schlepper says, go Jan, search in there. Janet Yellen NFT. So do they have a Janet Yellen NFT? Go Jan. Let's see. So I can put Go Jan in. Let's see here. All right. Which one, Schleppers? Let me know where you see that Go Jan search in there. Janet Yellen NFT. Let's Google it. All right. Janet Yellen NFT. Let's see what that comes up with. Janet Yellen NFT on Solsti. Let's see what we got. Janet Yellen, 10 out of 10. Ooh. Is this the particular one that you're looking for? Because here you go, man. All right. Is this the one you were talking about, Schleppers? This Janet Yellen NFT on Solsti? I mean, I just kind of funny. But anyways, yeah. But seriously, so we have a new idea here. All right, Jan. Let's see. Go Jan. Search in there. All right, Schleppers, you're going to have to help me out because I don't know every website. I don't know every acronym abbreviation out there. Let's see. I'll search anything. I'll search Jan. Will that work? Jan. All right. I don't know if this is what you're... Let me know, Schleppers. Yeah, Jan Litemint. All right. So I've got Jan Litemint. Let's see if I could find it here. Janet Yellen NFT. Where is there a Janet Yellen NFT? All right, I've got Litemint up in here. We're going to put Jan in the search, and I don't think I can find it. Let's see if we can find Janet Yellen in Litemint. I see Janet 1939 birthday. Janet's birthday, 1939. I see that. Is that what you are referring to, Schleppers? Let me know here. Let me know. I'm going to have that up on the screen. Let me know if that's the one you are referring to. Janet's birthday, 1959. If that is the one you're talking about, let me see what else comes up here under Jan. Just searching this real quick here. And nope, that is the only one I see. The green one. All right, let me see the green one. All right, let's see the... Oh, yes, Janet. I gotcha. Is Jan's head. LAFintech.com is who did this one. Who is LAFintech.com? It's Jan's head right there. That is cool. That's funny. That is funny. Green face. Yeah, I got you, Schleppers. I got it right now. And we got people on there. Yeah, we got... Look at this. This is a very large supply. So there's a whole bunch of them up there on the screen. Let's see. Let's go to LAFintech.com. We're going down the rabbit hole on this one right now. LA Fintech, because I'm pretty sure that was the name, wasn't it? LA Fintech. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, LAFintech.com. Let's see if that comes up to anything. Lights Action Fintech. All right, cool. Very, very cool. Yes, green face. We've got the Janet Yellen eerie face up on the screen right now. So there you go, Schleppers. You get the Janet Yellen green face. How cool is that? With the crypto eyes, by the way. She's got the crypto Bitcoin eyes. And that's what we were talking about earlier, too, all right? Go to the IPFS of it. All right. Who are we looking up here? All right. Let's go, Janet. Represent one Jan in the world. Let's go, Janet. Show more. HTTP. Okay. You know, if this jacks up my computer, I am probably not going to be pretty happy. But let's find out here. Let's paste and go. See what happens. Oh, that is cute. Very, very cute, Schleppers. Yes, you are very, very welcome. LA Fintech, Mary, Janet Yellen, screwing up your Christmas. Schleppers, you are very, very welcome. I went down the rabbit hole for you live on stream. All right, but yeah, we were, and let me know what's behind that, the actual art. Let's see what else you got. Oh, and there's writings in here too. We could zoom in even further. This is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Let's go, Janet. It's legit. That is cool. I like this. This is kind of neat. This was a fun rabbit hole, Schleppers. That is awesome. That was actually pretty fun. Very cool. LA Fintech right here. Went into the description. The description was found in here. Let's go, Janet. That is pretty cool. And look how many, they got quite a few of them. Let's see what other details do they have here. Bids, offers, holy crap, Oli, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to do 200 on that one. But they say how many they got. Look at the transactions, 23, 24. That is really cool. We went down the rabbit hole. We went down the Litemint rabbit hole. But speaking of Litemint, yeah, we're talking about Darkmint, right? A little darker, a little bit more adulty NFTs. You know, I got one up on the screen right now. That's kind of the idea, right? The idea is going to bring more art and more artists on Litemint. All right, that is the idea. More artists on Litemint. Very cool. Sorry, I'm just looking over the picture right now because this is the first time that I've seen this one. So very cool, schleppers, for you to share that stuff with us. The other thing we were talking about earlier too is Bitcoin. I've got two charts up on the screen right now. I've got Bitcoin and I got Stellar. I got Bitcoin and I got Stellar. Bitcoin, Stellar. Do you see how similar they look? I mean, do you see? That is crazy. They are really in lockstep. And I got more Litemint comments coming in, so I'm gonna start doing this here. Ricky Holloway says, "How does Litemint rate to such other NFT creation projects?" Ricky, Litemint is super easy. Like it is super easy to do. Just telling you right now. Litemint super easy to do. All right, you can mint stuff seriously in less than like 2 minutes. Like I'm being dead serious. The hardest part of Litemint, okay? The hardest part of Litemint is actually making the art itself. All right. And what I mean by that is like the before steps of Artment, okay? Or of Litemint, Jesus. So like for instance, I've got like this really cool video pad right here, okay? I use it. I'm going to use it now for digital drawing so I can help out, you know, with like presentations on the show. For me to do stuff, I am very horribly artist. I have no conceptual of art. I also don't know how to use any of this technology, right? It's hard for me to do this. It is super hard for me to take a screen like this that like I can't see the writing on and to draw and know that what I'm drawing on here is translating to there. So in terms of like how easy is Litemint to use, Litemint is super easy to use. Literally takes less than 2 minutes to mint on there. The big issues I see, okay, with Litemint, and I did get myself a Janet. Did you guys see that? So just got myself a Janet. And what's up, Messy Leo from Sweden? What's up? Yeah, but the problem I see with Litemint though is it's just not big enough yet. I don't see enough people on Litemint doing this. I just don't see it. You know, it's kind of weird there, right? I don't see people enough. There's just not enough on there. So if you to give you an idea, all right. So let's go to this. Let's go to Twitter real quick, all right? Because don't get me wrong, Twitter is really, or not Twitter, Litemint is starting to grow on just in general, right? So let's go to Litemint. Give me a second here. We'll go to Litemint on Twitter. All right. So you go to Litemint. All right. They just tweeted here. Let me see if I could find this one. Let's see. They go on. I think they say something about like they had 10. Here we go. 11,000 unique items with total sales of $981,000. So Ricky, when it comes down to it, okay, so like if I'm going to give you like my honest thing on Litemint, the platform to use is easy. It's very easy. It's basic because it's just starting, but it's easy to use. And I don't mean just starting. They're still developing. They're still in beta. They're still working out through stuff. But anyways, there's a lot of cool things like the auction. I just participated in the auction and I like that. All right. We got Trigger Bandit chiming in saying the name is not catchy. Litemint. Yeah, it's you know, because it's kind of softer. But you know, in terms of like the genres that are on there, Ricky, the genres are, you know, so let's just go to let's just explore fresh mints, right? Just to show you what's like the freshest stuff on Litemint. I mean, like, is this all of your guys' things? Like Climbing Circle 04. I mean, again, I'm not knocking artists. I have, like, you guys here, look, this is my digital pad right here, okay? So like if I'm going to make an art, like literally my art is, and I'm just learning how to use this is my art, little squiggly hair guy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so my thing is that's my skill level. You guys can see that on the screen right now. All right. But these artists on here are obviously way more skilled than me, but their genre, this is not mine. All right. This is not my genre of art. All right. So what's interesting about this is we need to see more. I get what you're saying, Trigger Bandit, and I'll get to that. We need to see more different genres of art coming on here. All right. And there are a whole bunch of different ones. I mean, there really, really are. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's videos. You've got like edition pieces. You've got game pieces coming out where people are doing games. You have Binance fans putting stuff out there. I mean, they have a whole bunch of things, you know, and Trigger Bandit making fun of my horrible, horrible drawing skills. I'm telling you, I've got all this like cool like tech stuff, right? And like I don't know how to use like half of it. Well, I know how to use it. I suck at art. I love art. I just suck at it. So, but it's true. I have bad skills. So I will not be minting that drawing. But my whole idea is they just need to expand with the genres. They need to expand. They need to get more buyers into it, and they need to get more people on the Stellar chain that like this kind of stuff, right? And I think with us doing projects like this, where we make a real piece of art, like this is on the chain. Like, this is on the chain right now. Like, this is on the chain, all right? There you go. It is on the chain, all right? Go to artforyou.litemint.store. And Trigger Bandit, I'm with you. It's color scheme. It's the user interface. It's not user-friendly, all right? But look at this. Here is what. This is one right now. This is going to be a piece of art, an NFT, all right? That is minted. All right, that once you purchase it, guess what you get? There you go. Buy my NFT, then verify you are the owner. I will send you the original art in the mail, and they give you the email address. So now we're starting to see value on the chain. And we got Wigbusta chiming in saying, boom, I have my first NFT I made. And Mintman and Schleppers, did you see that I bought the Janet Yellen one? Did you see that, Schleppers? Like, just throwing it out there. I don't know if you caught that, like if you were watching, but I did buy one of the Janet Yellen ones while we were online. Yeah. See, look, I did. I bought a Janet. I have a Janet. So there you go. I have a Janet. But that's the idea, right? The idea is, can we take this art? Can we take it to Litemint, right? And can we bring more genres of art to Litemint? Wigbuster was showing me art from his brother that was just insane. I mean, like insane tattoo quality art, right? And we're sitting here thinking all these different ways. No, I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep bumping into my mic. But we keep thinking of all these different ways. How can we spread those markets to people, right? How can we make more people aware of these NFT things? And again, like the colors, like the user scheme of Litemint, it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard, all right? But, I mean, it is basic. It's weird, right? It's just, I don't know. You're right. I get what you're saying, Trigger Bandit. The scheme is kind of weird. And for those of you that don't know, I did buy one Janet. Yes, I did. I bought a Janet, and the Janet had a link to this. And so since I bought a Janet, I am now going to save this in my folder, because I have my folder of stuff that I buy, and I'm going to put it in my NFT file right there. There we go. And I'm going to also make sure that I link it, because that is very cool. All right. I like it. I like it. That is really, really neat. But yeah, so that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about Litemint. We're talking about getting different artists onto the platform. And what else can we do with the platform? All right, and let me know if you guys have any questions, any comments, to put them right now in the chats. But let's also talk about pricing with Stellar. Okay, let's zoom in on one day. Let's go like real tight. All right, I mean, let's go real tight, and let's go to some colored bars here. I don't like 1 minute. 1 minute's a little. 1 minute might be a little tight. Let's go to 5 and see what this looks like right here. You could see right now that we are fighting with the 20-cent mark, all right? That seems to be the thing right now that we are fighting with on the moment. It is that 20-cent mark. So now let's peel back time a little bit here. The last time we hit that 20-cent mark, Was 122. So about yesterday. Yeah, about yesterday. No, it was yesterday. Jesus, Cost, what's wrong with you? So yeah, you can see we went way down there. We really did. We were in the 17s, but now we bounced back up to 20. Look at the volume right here. You've seen a little bit more action here happening near the top of this one. But again, it looks like things stalled out a little bit at 20. So as I get up in the morning, right, like after I go to sleep and all that, that's what I'm going to look for, okay? I'm going to personally look for, and Schleppers, you know what? Let's go Janet is right, all right? Let's go Janet. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the charts from, tonight. I'm going to look at it and compare it to what happened. Did we hit another ceiling at 20? All right, and that's kind of what I'm looking at. And you're right, Schleppers. It does look like a good chunk of support because look at the volume that stepped in to happen at that time. All right, that is extremely impressive to see, right? I mean, it just happened right there. Let's see. Vegan Habibi Justin says, I heard this year is probably going to be a crypto bear market. I don't mind, just gives me longer to buy at a discount. The thing is seriously, until regulation steps in, you're not going to get the hedge funds in. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to get the hedge funds in. And until you get the hedge funds in, it is hard to move markets in just a meteoric fashion. It's true. The hedge funds won't get in until the SEC gives them the green light. And let's be real here. Everyone who's watching right now on the stream knows this. If you are from the United States, you know nothing is going to get done on Capitol Hill this year in terms of crypto. Politics. It is a midterm election, probably one of the fiercest midterm elections that all of us are going to see in terms of just volatility in general. All right? I can tell you this right now. A lot of money gets pulled out of the market because they don't know which way the pendulum is going to swing with this election. All right? We saw what happened with the previous election. You now see the pendulum swinging very differently. And Schleppers, yes, institutional money. And that's the big thing, all right? So, Vegan Habibi, just throwing it out there. Maybe I'll just call you Justin, Maybe I'll just do that to make it, but I like the name, so it's cool. But, one of the things we have to think about is that institutional money is what moves the market. And in terms of it being a bear market, I don't see it being a bear market. I see it that we're running into the problems of different countries are working at different paces, all right? And that's the big problem. These different countries are totally working at different paces. And can I paste on here? I bet you I can. Let me see if I could. I'm just trying to figure this out here. Okay, cool. And that's my big thing that I'm concerned with, okay, is let me see if I have a link here for you guys. I want to see if I have an updated CBDC tracker, okay? Give me 1 second and let me bring this up. Hold on a second here. Global Remittance Guide, XRP. Give me a second. Some of these files you shouldn't be seeing, but I'm going to leave it up there anyways. I think one of these is a CBDC tracker. Well, either way, all right, what I wanted, yeah. Oh, maybe this is a different one. Well, anyways, what I wanted to bring up was the idea that we are at different countries are firing up at different rates, right? Like legally, like they're legally firing up at different rates, okay? Let's do this. Let's go to Google. Okay, let's go to world map, okay? Let's do this here. Okay, let's go to our world map. Let's take this picture right here. This one right here. And we're going to go to this, and we are going to copy the image. We're going to come over here. We're going to put it to here, and oops, we're going to go to this. We're going to paste it. Boom, right here. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Boom. You guys, this is what we're talking about. And Victor Patino, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I really do. And thank you out there, the support for everyone. Okay, so we've got this really cool new tool, okay? And seriously, it's the thanks to you guys out there, like the super chats, the memberships, all the support, the purchasing of the NFTs is helping to bring tech like this to the channel. Okay, so Vegan Habibi Justin, all right, is talking about crypto bear market. The reason we're going to have a crypto bear market is because you have, and let me just, you know what, let's switch to my red pen, okay? You have countries like China. Oops, and let's not cross China out. How about that? There we go. You have countries like China, all right? that are looking at crypto very differently than countries like the Ukraine. All right. You also have problems with Russia and the Ukraine. And where is one of the biggest projects for Stellar right now? In the Ukraine with their CBDC project. All right. There's a huge, huge problem with that. Okay. You also have, and you guys are going to love this, we're going to go over to, where the hell is it? You have, where is, here we go. You've got countries over here. These right in here are really big into crypto. Huge crypto usage there, right? Huge crypto usage there. You have huge crypto usage in UK, Ireland, all right? You have the United States. I don't know. All right, maybe we won't cross it out like that. All right, you have the United States. The United States is dragging their feet, right? You see what I mean? So that's kind of part of the problem. So in order, like when you talk about like a bear market, all right, part of the reasons why we have a quote bear market, and I don't really believe it's a bear market, it's just the problem is all of these countries that you see here are in a different place when it comes to crypto, right? Canada has a CBDC. Ooh, that was a big circle for Canada. Let's fix that one. Canada has a big circle for CBDC, but the United States is still dragging their feet. So we really are. And Justin, I'll just say Justin this time. I love the name, though. I really do. I love the name. So like Justin, and again, Victor Patino, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But again, Justin, here's the thing, all right? Just says, yeah, I'm in the USA, California, waiting for our government to figure crap out. I used to live in Illinois. I grew up in Chicago for the first 30 years, all right? The system, you could just see it draining and draining and draining. Like, it's just so financially bad, that taxes and all that. So now I moved down to South Carolina. Very different tax structure out here. Real estate taxes are very different. It's really, really cool stuff. But the big idea, okay, is that all of these countries that you see up on the screen that I've circled and highlighted, right? We know India was really bad with crypto, right? China was really pissed with Bitcoin mining. See what I mean? So some of these countries are bad. Some of them are really positive for it. Some of them are really, really innovative. Like that Eastern European corridor is huge when it comes to crypto adoption. All right. So basically what we're talking about now is I don't believe that we're in a bear part right now. We're just in a spot where we don't know what the heck we can do because all these laws are so different. I mean, you have, and I'm trying to think who the country was. There's a country somewhere over here, I believe, in the Caribbean that is going to give you like digital citizenship. It's tax havens. So, I mean, you have tax haven outlets right there in the Caribbean, but then you also have places like China where they say, girlfriend, no on that Bitcoin. All right. So is it a bear market, or is it we're all just still trying to figure out where can we even step next? See, a bear market to me is a market that's kind of pulling back. It's retracting. It's seeing negative signs. Crypto, we don't see that. Okay, yeah, negative signs like China and all that. But I'm talking about negative as an overall industry. As an overall industry, it's just growing and growing and growing. There's really no negative signs. And I'm not the biggest fan. And let's get out of draw mode real quick here. And that was pretty cool, right? Draw mode was kind of fun. I kind of like that stuff. We were talking about Tether earlier. All right. And we were talking about Tether and HeckPad. Yeah. Puerto Rico. Yes. They in Palau. Yeah. There's a bunch of them that were out there. A bunch of them. But so one of the things you guys talking about in Jimbo Tango, yes, hyperinflation. Oh, we could go back to that thing. We could go to the inflation heat map. I mean, there's so much we can do. But the concept here is all of this movement you've seen, all right, in Tether. All right. So again, we can take this to the big board. This is kind of cool, isn't it? We can take this to the big board. Now we could take this. We could paste our little Tether picture here, which sure does not look like Tether. That is not good. Oh my God, that is not what I wanted to do. But I can do this. So let me do this. Let's go new. So with Tether, look at all of this right here, all right? And I'm going to do this. I'm going to edit it. I am going to copy. I'm going to copy it. We're going to move it over the whiteboard so we can draw, have a little fun. But I want you to look at Tether, all right? And we're going to draw on Tether, okay? Look at the market cap right here. Look at what happened. That is a skyrocket. I'll clean that up just to make it a little bit neater for everyone right there. Sorry about that. Look at this acceleration in market cap. That's not bear market. And don't get me wrong, Tether's not backed 1-to-1. All right? Tether's backed by a bunch of junk business stuff. But look what they did. Look what they did from, here you go. Here's 2020 right here. Look at what they did during that time frame on how much money they put into that market. And again, it's not backed 1-to-1, so let's not go 1-to-1 on this. But I mean, we're talking market caps nearing 80 billion. So bear market, I can't see it as a bear market. I just see it as we don't know where to go because there's so many different things going on in the world. We're in such a different place right now with everyone with crypto. It's really, really weird. You know, it is very, very weird. And Trigger Bandit, Heckpad, thank you very much for chiming in with those countries. That is a really, really, those are good additions to it. And that's my point. All right. My point is that I don't see a bear market when I see Tether blowing up like this. All right. I see some risk. I'm not going to lie to you. I see some heavy risk here with this much money into something that's not tied 1-to-1. I'm very, 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 very kind of weird. Yes, Trigger Bandit, it is. It's like printing money like the rest of the world. But even if it's backed though by junk, corporate debt. It's backed by corporate debt. A lot of it's backed by corporate debt. And that's what scares me a little bit too. Because if people start defaulting, that could really trigger some issues. But I mean, think of what about the crypto market cap? We can do that. Let's look at this. Let's go to the global, right? Global crypto market cap. All right, let's just take a look. Let's just see what that is. See if we can find a really, really good screen. Coin market cap charts, global cryptocurrency market chart. I couldn't even talk, you guys. Come on now, help me out here. All right, so let's do this. Let's break this down into 1 year. We could do that, or we could go or we could change it up. Let's change it up. Let's get us out of 1 year, and let's do this. Let's just break this down from 2019. All right, let's go January 2019, January 1st. All right, cool. All right, so we got that up on the screen. This is the total crypto market cap right now. All right. Look at this chart. I mean, this is I like how this looks, and let's do this, right? Let's use our tools here because we like to draw, and now that I know how the heck to do this now with this cool tool, I can figure this out. So let's copy this. Let's go back over. Let's go to our white pad right here. Let's go backwards a little bit. Let's blow this out. Let's put this one up instead. Oh, this technology is just getting better, better, and better. Let's open this up. And the main thing is this, all right? Look at this chart. We always can't get lost on being just near term, right? We just can't. All right, but look, let me make sure I get my cursor up on here. Give me 1 second. Let me go to red. Here we go. Red is good. I'm good. Get out of this. Oh, I'm highlighted on the window. Here we go. All right, I can't draw on this one. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out how to draw on this one. Either way. But my point is look at the chart we have up on the screen. All right. Yes, we've seen this correction right here. But look at the difference just from 2 years ago. All right. That is a lot of momentum, a lot of built up. And yeah, you're going to reach these plateaus where you're like, whoa, is this sustainable? No, it's not. Because you do have a lot of money printing like Tether. Right? And look at all the windows. We are blowing up here, guys. We do. We are. We're printing money like crazy with Tether. All right? That's part of the problem. And that's kind of something that I'm kind of keeping an eye on. And Trigger Bandit chimes in. Evergrande will be going bankrupt soon. Yeah, right? What are the ramifications of that? But now remember, Trigger Bandit, they've been talking Evergrande now. Oh, God. I don't want to say a whole year, right? But I mean, we've been talking about this for months and months and months. I mean, a long, long time. All right. Just getting a drink of water, keeping the throat moisturized. But yeah, we're talking a whole bunch of stuff. If there's anything you want to cover tonight, anything you want to talk about tonight, let me know in the comments. We will be covering anything you want. Guess what? We do have a Discord server. Yes, we do have a Discord server. So if any of you out there are watching, we have Discord. You can hop on, hang out with us. If you want to know who I am in the Discord server, I am Mr. Nasty. And the reason I am Mr. Nasty and why do I have Chang as my picture? Because did you die? Yep, when you hung out with us on the live stream on Friday night and you drank and drank and drank, you had fun, but did you die? No, you didn't, all right? But we did have fun on that Friday live stream, so check out the Discord as well. But yeah, I'm right now, I am. My big thing that I'm going to be doing in the morning, and we're back at that 20-cent mark right now, I am going, thank you, Coach MC, that's, Coach, seriously, high five to you, man, I really appreciate that. I'm going to be paying attention to this in the morning. I really want to see this. I know it sounds weird, okay? There's a mental effect in the marketplace, all right? When it comes to those round number points, right? When it comes to Bitcoin hitting 50,000, 60,000, it's those round numbers that people always talk about. And 20 cents here is important. You could see we've been kind of flirting with this 20 cents here for a little bit, for a few hours. You know, so we're going to keep watching this as we continue on the stream. Let's see. Coach MC gives us the sports updates. Awesome, Coach. Thank you very much. Chiefs are up 14-7, 150 to go in the second quarter. Schleppers chiming in Schleppers, right? Shout out on the old Janet Yellen thing. Let's go Janet, right? We could do Let's Go Janet on this channel. We can do Let's Go Janet. I don't mind. We could do Let's Do Janet. There you go. Zoom in there. There you go. Let's go Janet. I like it. There you go. Let's go Janet. Well, anyways, let's get back to it. I'm going to be looking at the price. You got Schlepper saying stablecoins, in my opinion, shrink the money supply. You know, Schleppers, I'll throw something out at you a little differently. All right, just kind of rock with me on this one. All right. What for me shrinks the money supply is leech tokens that don't have any value. That is really, for me, what I think screws up the market. It's these thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of coins that just don't have any value. I mean, like, and I'm not like knocking if some of y'all have favorites out there, but like Elon Doge and like stuff like that, and hamster trigger face something, like, I don't know, like, it's just, there's just a lot of stuff out there that just doesn't have value on the chain. All right, so for me, I find the real leeches to be these tokens that are just 2 trillion in minting and, you know, blah 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 blah. Like, that's where I really see the problem. I really, really do. I really see the problem being that way. One of the other things I wanted to look at too, and let's get back to those comments. I do want to talk though about ledger performance. What's your performance in the ledger? Well, we're going to talk about Stellar's performance here, but let's do some comments really quick. So, Schleppers, let me know, what are your thoughts on that, on these leech tokens that have no value? I'd be really interested to see what you say. Trigger Bandit says they're being forced to destroy buildings within a certain time frame because of shady construction. There's a lot of stuff, Trigger Bandit, that just is. I mean, it's poorly made. It was just bad. It's all just bad. Like I said, it's bad businesses, and we talked about this on the stream. There's good businesses and bad businesses. There's good tokens and bad tokens. You just got to know what you're getting involved with. Let's see. Trigger Bandit also says Friday was awesome. Friday was awesome. Friday was a blast. I cannot tell you. We had a bunch of fun on Friday. We hung out, we drank on stream. We learned a lot. It was actually really, really informative. It lasted about 3 hours, 10 minutes long. I had 19 shots of gin, pink gin, 4 Miller High Lifes. My wife was like 3 or 4 shots. I'll have to find out from virtual how many my wife had. My wife had 3 or 4 shots, and then I think she had a bottle of wine on top of it. So yeah, we were really feeling it yesterday. So if you kind of wondered why there wasn't, like, you know, really, really sick content yesterday, it's because I was a little hungover. I was a little hungover, and I had a few errands that I had to capture up on. And Schlepper says, but yeah, those shrink the supply. Yeah, and you know, the thing that I don't like, all right, is I don't, and Schleppers, I'll look at it 2 ways. I'll look at USDC and USDT, okay? And let's do this. Let's get rid of this out here, okay? Let's get rid of this. And let's put our little pen here, and we want to talk about USDC, right, versus, and let's switch colors here just so we can be cool about this, versus USDT, all right? See, I told you my drawing skills were horrible. All right, the big difference, all right, and Schleppers, I'm with you on this one, okay? But just hear me out here. The big issue I have is this here, right? USDC is 1 to 1. For every dollar in USDC's market cap. It is funded 1-to-1. And that looks like a smiley face. We don't want that. But think about that. USDC is funded 1-to-1. All right. USDT, on the other hand, they're saying is 70%. All right. So 0.7-to-1. That is not good. And I'm going to work on my 1 real quick here. 0.7-to-1. See, I can't draw, guys. I can't draw. I can't draw worth of shit. And I admit it, all right? Oh, I don't know how to use this software either, but I'm learning. That's what's scary to me, all right, is 70% is locked in with this. But that's, remember, a lot of it's corporate junk, all right? 70% backing and most of it's corporate debt, all right? Where USDC is 1-to-1. Yes, now it is 1-to-1 against the dollar. Like, you see what I'm saying? And that's what worries me. So no, you're right. And that's my big thing. My big thing is this. With USDT, all right, it's backed by corporate debt. When was the last time we had a big corporate debt problem? When the housing market crashed, because a lot of those derivatives were just, all those loans were just chopped up in so many different ways, backed by like junk debt. It was horrible. It was a big entangled mess. And it does remind me somewhat of like with Evergrande. It does. It kind of reminds me of that too, because it's like, you know, it's the same, I don't want to say the exact same concept, but it really is. It's the notion that look at how they're doing it to the money. It's not backed. Stuff is shady. It's not 1-to-1. It's not legitimate. I mean, however you want to cut the pie, sorry, I'm just getting comfortable here. However you want to cut the pie, it just does not. It just doesn't work. So schleppers, yeah, USDC legit, USDT, who knows? The only thing is, though, is remember, all right, USDC, all right, USDC was what? It's tethered to the US dollar. So as the US dollar starts having inflation issues, right, inflation, see, I cannot write either. Once we have inflation issues, then guess what? We're going to have more and more problems, all right? So that's just kind of my concern with that. But no, getting back to what we were talking about bull market. We're talking about bear market. We're also talking about this right here. I am going to be looking very heavily at this 20-cent mark because I really want to see what it looks like in terms of when I wake up in the morning. How is this going to look? I'm going to kind of screw around with this stupid thing. How is it going to look? You know, oh, Jimbo Tango, yes, USDT, Enron. Yeah, the great Enron elevator, right? I mean, yeah, and see, and that's the whole thing is a lot of people, maybe we forget about that stuff. See, geez, Jimbo, I forgot about that up until you had mentioned it. You're right. Enron. Right? I mean, the business is too big to fail. I mean, you guys want to know a too big to fail business in our lifetime? What about USDT? There's one for you. You think they're going to, like, what it, the problem is it's you're talking a market cap. $78 billion. $78 billion just for Tether. Not backed 1-to-1 and corporately backed 70%, they're saying. And those are the guesses because we don't really know. But think about this. All right, here's something to talk about. Do you guys remember when Tether got in trouble? You know? Aaron Sandy says, look at your hand while writing, not the screen. Maybe one too many drink. No, I have not had a single drink. I have been drinking water. I am drinking water. Oh my God, I cannot think about drinking booze right now. Yeah, I have to learn how to use this, Aaron. I'm seriously, I'm not a really good artist. I'm not a good, I'm good with like animations, like where I can use like editing. I'm not good. I still suck at that too. So I have to learn how to use this. So yes, I will try to learn to look at the screen more and use this more effectively. But that's my thing, all right? You guys, do you remember that? Do you remember when Tether got in trouble, all right? When Tether got in trouble, they did not care, did they? Right? And I don't want to say got in trouble, but when they started looking into Tether, saying, hey, Tether's not backed, is Tether a scam, right? Do you guys remember when that was happening? All right? When that was happening, what did Tether do in response? Right? What did Tether do? Think about that, because it was. Remember, they talked about that. They talked about that in Congress. And I am really making a mess of it. I got to learn how to use all this stuff, guys. But what did they do? I mean, seriously, when Tether got in trouble, all right, they just went crazy and said, money printer, go burr. You see what I'm saying? Seriously, look it up. When Tether got in trouble with Congress, and when they were like, well, hey, are you backed 1-to-1? And they're like, well, no. Tether didn't slow down. Tether didn't slow down at all. Look at this crazy pace right here. That's nuts. They didn't slow down in the slightest bit. Look at their pace right now. All right? Look at their pace. Ooh, that's bad. Let's go forward one more. Look at their pace right here. Right? Look at the time frame. Right? 2 years, essentially. Take that same time frame and look, what did they really move? Look at the difference. That is a dramatic difference in what they did. All right, this is, and it is, the Congress, they talked to him somewhere around here about not being 1-to-1. And then look, they just said, screw it, we're going to print whatever we wanted. Money printer go burr. So for me, Tether is definitely one of my concerns. That being said, though, when I look at the global crypto market, all right, global crypto market, I've got the global crypto market cap right here. We are talking that we reached a peak of almost 3 trillion. All right, but look at this right here. All right, this is still an upward trajectory. Does it look as sexy as other things? No, I know, I get it. And this is frustrating. I know, I understand. You guys trust me. I understand it. But I want you to look at this, okay? For a long time, people were ripping on gold too. And look at that chart. Look how similar the chart is for gold. Look at this. That is something. Right? Same thing. Gold, same thing. Nothing. And then some action. It reaches a ceiling. It retraces. Reaches another record. Moves on. All right? Same thing. Let's look at the market cap of everything. Look at that. It looks just like gold, doesn't it? Right? It made its first peak. It retraced. It made its second peak. Pulls back. You can see it. You can see it in the two charts. I mean, clear as day that they really look similar to each other. I mean, it's something very striking to see, right? There wasn't much happening in the gold market for a long time. And then it did. It made its first peak up. It hit it. And then it pulled back. It hit it a second time hard. And now we're kind of stable and we're bouncing on the floor. The same thing looks like this chart here. We had that dormancy for many years, right? This is just like the gold market. Just like the gold market was boring for years and years and years. The gold market now is only getting hotter and hotter and hotter because governments are going money printer go burr. Let's go Brandon, let's go Janet, let's go everyone else out there screwing things up. Let's go Trudeau. That's what's happening. I mean, it's what's happening. So when you look at this, are you thinking bear market? Okay, I can't go bear market. Because I've seen what's happening in gold, and people used gold to hedge originally against inflation. You know? And Patriotist 1 says, sell your house, go all in an XLM, and live in a tent in a couple of years. And that's the thing, Patriotist, that's not my bag. All right? I love XLM as what it is for like a project, but I'm not going to like sell my whole house for it, and I don't recommend anyone else do that. Should you own real estate? Yeah, you should probably own real estate. It'd probably be a real smart idea to do. But that's the idea, all right? The idea is if you look at the chart of gold, gold was boring for a long time until, remember in 2008 when things got really crazy? Do you remember when anyone could get a loan in the United States for a house over here in the early 2000s, right? Do you remember all that? And all of a sudden, they just started writing bad loans, bad loans, bad loans. And look what happened to the price of gold when all those bad loans happened. It just started shooting up like crazy. Right? And then you saw the run up again. I mean, it's very similar. It is a very similar pattern. And so you could see a lot of people use crypto to hedge against inflation. Well, the OG hedge against inflation was gold. And the chart for gold and the chart for Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, for overall market cap for crypto looks very similar. They do. They look very, very similar. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. I do worry about Tether. I do worry about market caps in general. And again, can you really believe a market cap? And I'm not picking on Tether. So if I have any of you guys out there that are into Tether, I'm not knocking you. I'm just knocking the mathematics. You know what I mean? And Meparatus says, "Hey Klaus, just got into your Discord channel." Well, thank you, Meparatus, for doing that. Yep, we do. We've got a Discord channel right here. I am Mr. Nasty in the Discord channel, all right? And the reason I'm chatting on there is because when we hung out on Friday, did you die? No, but I bet you had a whole hell of a lot of fun. So, Meparatus, thank you for chiming in to the Discord. We do. We have a Discord server. Yes, we do. It is really awesome. We have a Discord server. Patriotist1. Oh, and there's Meparatus right there. Rock on. Hello, sir. Just got you landed right there. Very, very cool. Let's get to those comments again. And thank you for bringing up the Discord channel, Meparatus. I do appreciate that. Patriotist1 says, in Sweden, we have long contract loans, like 80. Is that for all real estate for Patriotist? Or like, I mean, like, is that all loans like that? I mean, like, let me know how that works. Because to be honest with you, in the States, it's very different. But you could see, though, when we started running bad loans, right? When we started running bad loans, all right? I want you to look at this chart. When we started running bad loans for housing in the United States, gold prices started skyrocketing, all right? They had a pullback shortly after, all right, for about a year. All right, it was almost about a year. I'll show you right here. All right, I'm a huge gold fan. I'm screwing my chart up. Sorry, guys. They had a little bit of a pullback. All right, let me just shrink this bad boy out. Let's go max. Sorry, guys. All right, they had a little bit of a pullback after that happened, but then, I mean, just look. After that 2008 market crash, it just took off. We're in the same pattern now, except look at right now what we're seeing is the market in gold holding. This is the OG hedge in inflation. In crypto now, crypto market cap, right? This is the new school hedge in inflation. Very, very interesting to see how the market is reacting. Extremely interesting. All right, how's everyone doing tonight? We are talking all things Stellar, all things crypto. Really, really cool stuff. Diego Sanchez, hola, what's up, Diego? Hola back, sir. It says, thanks for live streaming. Is it true that Stellar sells tokens to keep them going? SDF sells tokens to keep them going. And I'm glad you brought that up. And you guys, for some reason, read my mind. I have all this information on the screen, Diego. This is SDF's mandate and SDF's funds, okay? They use Lumens to fund these projects, all right? That is what they do with these Lumens, all right? They use them for everything from direct development to ecosystem support, and we're going to need that, right? They're going to need to use it, and you can see they've used quite a few lumens for ecosystem support, about 105 million lumens, and that's honestly, that's to keep the system rolling, right? I mean, that is to keep things going, but they also use it for good things too. New products, enterprise funds. Hey, the MoneyGram deal, right? The MoneyGram deal comes from these projects, right? The funding to work with the lawyers and all this comes from these lumens, all right? The other thing is Stellar also has a user acquisition fund. I have that up on the screen. This talks about apps, tokens, users, all right? We're talking about airdrops. Yes, you guys like airdrops. Yes, so even some of those things are airdrops or matching funds. So Diego, yes, Stellar does use lumens to pay for their business support. That is, they don't have a revenue stream per se. They're a nonprofit too, so you have to think of it that way. But they do. They use lumens to keep funding these projects. All right. So there was a project with Leaf Global. All right. So let's go to Leaf Global. All right. Leaf Global Medium refugee generated NFTs. Okay, cool. So we're going to go to Leaf Global. Leaf Global got a huge amount of funding from Stellar to fire up and to create these wallet systems out there. Because of Leaf Global and the partnership with Leaf Global, all right, and Stellar and investing in them and partnering with them, all right, they are able now to expand Stellar usage, ecosystem usage to a whole nother place out there. So Diego, I get what you're saying.
And thank you again for the compliment on the live stream. But it is true. It is true. Stellar does. Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you. So yeah, Stellar does to keep them going. So then Diego follows up with a good question. What happens when they stop selling? And thanks for the answer. Okay, this is the big one that I wanted. And Diego, I'm glad you brought this up. It's almost like you read my mind. That's kind of creepy a little bit, because here, let's do that. Let's see how many windows this PC can handle before we melt her to the ground. Oh, she can handle a lot because she is built pretty heavy. But let's go. We got XLM up on the screen. And let's do this. Let's go to, I'm trying to think of which chart I wanted to show you here. We could go to this one right here. New assets, that one, ledger performance. I'm trying to think of which chart. There's a certain chart I am looking for. Yep, it's this one right here, okay? So this chart right here. Okay, so they have about another, I don't know, like 20. Remember, there's 50 billion lumens in supply right now. 50 billion, all right? In actual circulating supply. 50, or like 50.4, something like that, okay? Once Stellar is done using lumens, the circulating supply will be, it's flat. That's it. All right. So you do have some sell pressure from Stellar, right? But the sell pressure from Stellar putting extra lumens in the market is nothing compared to the sell pressure that like a Bitcoin puts on a token. All right. It is very, very different. And the use case for these lumens are to build the ecosystem and build the network. And we got Barno chiming in. What's up, Barno? How's it going, man? And so, yeah, so Diego, that is the idea. Okay. They're going to stop burning. All right, not burning. I hate using that word. They're going to stop using, right, deploying lumens into circulating supply. Once they're done, then you don't even have that as a sell pressure. That's huge. But they got to use those 25 billion lumens correctly. They have to. They have to. And that's where we have to see. And that's why you can go through all these projects. You can go through all these wallets and accounts that I have on the screen, and you can actually track where the money is going. You can see when they off-ramped it to see like how much stuff cost. Like it's really, really cool. You can actually do some really interesting financial forensics with the ledger and using the blockchain. So really, really cool stuff here. So yeah, if you guys got any questions, comments, hit me up. We're probably going to go to, let's say 8:30 today. I streamed a little bit earlier. My throat is roasted from that. Friday was a lot of fun too. For any of you guys out there that was hanging out with us on Friday, Friday was a heck of a lot of fun. I wanted to say thank you for everyone hanging out on Friday. Hanging out with us on Friday was really cool. And we're also using some cool new technology here, learning how to use the tools and tech to bring more production quality to you, the viewer out there. And so, yeah, we've been talking about a lot of things. We've been talking about gold. We've been talking about Bitcoin. Look at these two charts, right? There's Bitcoin, and let's do this. Let's see that Bitcoin run right there. Let's compare this to XLM, right? Here we go. XLM, all right? Here we go, and let's make that a blue line just so we can get a little bit of color difference here. All right. It's pretty much lockstep. See what I mean? Pretty much lockstep. You were seeing the two follow together. So when they both hit the bottom, look at that. Their bottoms were right there, right? I mean, like, how close do you want to get? I mean, let's zoom in a little bit more. Right? You can see their movements are all at the same time. This is just very, very lockstep. I mean, you talk about trading bots, man. Trading bots. Jeez. God. Barno, I just saw your comment. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. Diego chimes in, great content, pardon my English, and cheers from Chile to the community in the channel. Well, oh, dude, your English is perfect, Diego. No, you did really good, man. No, rock on, and hello from Chile. That is cool. I love seeing fans from all over the world participating in the channel. Barno chimes in, everything's chill and you still smell the gin. Barno, I swear to God, I smelled gin coming out of my pores all day yesterday. I kid you not, man. I did. I smelled gin on me all day yesterday. I took a shower. I got out of the shower and I took like a real heavy steam shower because I wasn't feeling that good. And for those of you that are watching, we did 19 shots of gin on stream and 4 Miller High Lifes on stream. And I did. I took a shower. It was like a real hot steam shower, and I could smell the gin on me. It was crazy. And so it was kind of funny. My wife and I were like, yeah, we're not going to drink today, so we took it kind of easy. So I'm hydrating with the good H2O. Emmanuel Namsit says Stellar Gold XLMG. Yeah, XLMG, it could be. It could be, but the point we're bringing up, though, is that the market is in lockstep. It really, really is. You can just see it here. I mean, this is trading just so similarly. And you know what? Let's compare one more. And I want to compare Mana to this. And the reason I want to compare Mana Decentraland to this is because they operate on a very different premise. And look at that. Look at the pullback from Mana. That's crazy. So you can see the differences of all of these. Look at, if we take it just from the last 5 days, you know, and Barno, I smelled a little bit more pink too, man. I actually have more color now than I did on the earlier stream. It's kind of funny. But yeah, and Patriots chimes in. I have some beer in the fridge, now working night shift. No. Yeah, no drinking at work, all right? When you're back home, you're good to go. But yeah, look at this, all right? Look at the different, I have 3 different ones up on the screen now. I have Mana, I have Bitcoin, and I have XLM, all right? These are 3 totally different tokens. Think of the use of these, okay? I want you to think of the use of these, all right? What are the uses of Bitcoin? And no funny jokes. What are the uses of Bitcoin, right? Which I got in purple. Blue is XLM Stellar. And green is Mana Decentraland. They're completely 3 different tokens. But they have the same movements. I mean, I guess that's the thing. That's where I'm getting frustrated right now, is the market itself is definitely not mature. You guys know I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw with this draw pad. I got to learn how to use this, all right, guys? I got to learn how to use this. So let me fumble. Let me do this, all right? I'm going to have some fun here. But yeah, let's draw this out. And let's get Klaus to do this straight and not mess up the screen. I mean, look at this. These are the 3. All right? You got Bitcoin, Stellar, and Mana up on the screen. Let me shrink this just a little for everyone. And let me not tilt it like that. All right? Look at that. Bitcoin, Mana, and Stellar. All right? Look at their movements. Their movements have all been around the same times. Right? I mean, look at these inflection points right here. All right? I mean, in Schleppers, yes, I did do 19 and 4 Miller High Lifes. You can ask, we actually have video proof, but you can also ask Virtual Unknown, because I asked Virtual to take score for me because I knew I was going to be in trouble. But look at this movement right here. Right? There's going to be another spike right here. See, they're all similar, and all 3 of these coins, and yes, Fool Boy, I did 19 shots. I did 19 shots of pink gin. I think it was raspberry. And I did 4 Miller High Lifes in a 3-hour, 10-minute live stream. And I still provided content. It was actually pretty legit. But look at what I got up on the screen. Seriously, someone out there, someone watching right now, tell me, how does this make sense? All right? I've got Bitcoin in purple. All right, Bitcoin in purple. I got Stellar in blue, and I got Mana in green. Look at them. They're all moving the same way, but they're all 3 totally different things. 3 totally different things, right? XLM is a utility token. Bitcoin we know is a store of value. Mana Decentraland as a gaming crypto token, right? A metaverse gaming crypto token. But look, so all 3 are in 3 totally different realms of the cryptosphere. 3 totally different business models. 3 totally different ideas of governance and all that. And yet they all trade so robotically similar like this. It's either a lot of trading is algorithm bot based out there, more than we know, right? Maybe it is. Maybe it's more than we know. Or it's just people really have no idea what the hell is going on in the cryptoverse. I mean, put up the Qs. Yeah, all right, I'll do that too. I'll put up the Qs. Give me a second here. I'll add it. Let's compare. Let's go triple Qs. You want the Qs, right? Invesco. Which Qs do you want? I could put up any kind of Qs you want here. I'll just add it to it. We'll put the Qs in yellow. I've got. Oh, it's going to be weird because remember they don't trade on weekends. Yeah, they don't trade on weekends, so it will look kind of weird on here. But I mean, but you get my point though. My point is that look at the movements here. They're all the same, but these are three totally different coins. I mean, they're three totally different coins. And so like, look at Decentraland. I mean, look at their prices and look what's happened to them. I mean, they were rolling high there in November. You see what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, and these are different business models, right? So when you look at this, right, just look at Decentraland on the time frame right now, right? You can see when they had their massive spike, this and this, right? If you compare the same time frame to XLM, it's going to look kind of different. Why? Because it's a different coin, right? It's a different use. It's a whole different demon altogether. See what I mean? Look at the volatility of them versus Stellar. But then when you when you zoom in, you're going to see that they all look the same. They're way, way, way too tightly locked in. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And no, you're good, Barno. No worries on that. That's kind of what gets me going. And Patriots chimes in, Bitcoin is the granddaddy of cryptos. Ethereum is the brother, and all the other cryptos its cousins. The thing is, though, is like, and I understand that. I really do. But that's like you guys telling me that Ford should trade just like GM. They're both car manufacturers. Okay, just like Bitcoin and XLM are both tokens, right? I get that. But I'm also going to look at that, and I'm going to look at, well, wait a minute, you want to compare Ford and GM. They have different numbers. They have different results, different markets, different sales, different all that. That's the same thing with Stellar and Bitcoin. They're two totally different things. Yes. Are they both cryptos? Yes. Is Ford and GM both auto manufacturers? Yes. But they're totally different businesses. And that's my point here. When you look at these inflection points on the screen, right? These ones that line up perfectly like that. All right? And you can see them. They line up real perfectly, okay? When you look at these inflection points on here, what is Mana's Decentraland really that much worse than this project or this project? That's what I'm saying. It's the market's either not there, or this is way more controlled by algorithm bot trading than we think. And we know it's like that in the stock market. And that's fine. But I mean, this is really, really tight. I mean, this is really, especially considering these are three extremely different tokens. I mean, these are three way, way different tokens. And what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts on this kind of stuff. I'm kind of curious about it. Really, really thinking. It's getting me thinking. It really is. So that's why I've been looking at a lot of stuff. That's also why I'm looking at gold, because gold was the like OG hedger against inflation. You know what I mean? That is it. And Diego chimes in. And Diego, this is a really good comment. Diego chimes in, is Stellar security or is it property? Oh, crap. Oh, God. Yeah, Diego, I don't know, man. That's a good question. Okay, is Stellar a security? I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying. I really get the question. Diego, good for you, man. Thank you for stumping me. You got me thinking now. Is it a security? Is it property? Property would be a tough one. Security would be a tough one too. I don't know. We might have to create a whole new class, Diego. That might have to be we might have to think of it that way, because I don't see it as a security the same way because of its utility use. But I also don't see it as the same store of value like you would with property. I do see value in Stellar, but people aren't using it as a store of value. That's why I started off with the stream of let's put value on the chain. All right, I believe that. I believe in let's put value on the chain, not just move value on the chain. So yeah, Diego, let me know, what do you think? Please, and everyone else, everyone who's watching right now, let me know in the chat, what is Stellar? Is Stellar a security or is it property? What is it? How do you view Stellar in terms of like a commodity, stuff like that? Let me know. I'm very interested. Thank you, Diego, for that. That was a really good question. Thank you. Let's get to Schleppers. The algos are ready to flash out. Like, the algos are burning my head out, man. The algos are burning my head because like I'm looking at some of this stuff, okay? Like I'm looking at gold. There's a lot of shorting of gold. There is a lot of shorting of gold. You can't tell me that the price of gold is lower now than it was in August of 2020. Like, no way. Like, you see what I mean? Like, no way. Like, that just makes no effing sense. All right? And that's what I mean. A lot of these markets are definitely being manipulated. A lot of them are being held down. All right. I mean, seriously, just ask yourself this. All right. And I've got this up on screen. Don't worry. I'm going to keep track on the stellar price. But I want you to look at something. Okay. And just hear me out. Just ask yourself this. Okay. And let's do this. Let's go to the line just so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Okay. Ask me this or answer me this honestly. All right. And I got to make my box a little bit bigger now because we're kind of rolling with time here. Is Stellar really worth that much less now? Like, has their value really gone down so much to justify this price the way it has? I mean, think about that. Like, seriously, like, what is so different, right, with XLM's value as a product, right, as a utility product right now? What is so bad with them product-wise that they're worth less than what they were worth in, say, November? They've had more projects launch. They've had more legitimate projects launched since November. We've gotten more MoneyGram details since then. We've gotten more details on the CBDC with the Ukraine. All this stuff, and yet it is worth less. All right? That tells you the big money is pushing it out of this sector into other ones. It's rotating. Money rotates. Money rotates. And they push it down, right? Bitcoin futures push the price down. That's why this correction right now with Bitcoin, like leading this kind of pull back, all right, is good because this flushes out a lot of junk paper money. This flushes out a lot of junk paper money out there, right? A lot of leveraged money. What was one of the questions I saw? They were asking people, how high are you leveraged? Like 5 to 1, 10 to 1, 100 to 1, 2 to 1, 200 to 1. You know how many people were pegging 200 to 1? What are you leveraging 200 to 1 with Bitcoin? Like, what in the hell is wrong with you? And so that's part of it. Part of this is going to be a healthy pullback for people that just use too much credit, too much margin, too much leverage to get more Bitcoin. And they're getting bit. And that's why I always tell you, you want to buy under a certain amount. You don't chase it because in that way you at least keep your credit in line. And that's helping out. And Aaron Sandy, you're right. Russia and China bans are causing serious FUD. You are very correct. That is a big, big problem. And shout out to LA FinTech, Mary Janet Yellen. Yes, Janet Yellen. Let's go Yellen. There you go, everyone. The shout out for everyone there. But Aaron Sandy, you're right. You are very right. Like, I mean, I totally agree with you. There is a lot of FUD that's being put on here, and I think a lot of the problem is that the FUD that's being put on here we know is political. I mean, let's be realistic with each other here. And did I pick a really crappy map, you guys? I think I did pick a crappy map. I'm sorry about that. I'll get a better map. Let's do that. Let's get a better map here, all right? Let's do that. Let's get a better map, all right? But no, it's true. With China and Russia having all these problems, all right? And we know the problems that are happening with China and Russia. And I'm nervous about the whole idea with Ukraine. I'm not going to lie with anyone. I mean, it's true. It's very scary with what's happening, especially if no one in the world wants to do anything about it, right? If they don't want to piss off Russia or China and stuff like that. But you're right. Part of the problem is that we have a lot of FUD coming from here, and we have a lot of political crap coming from here. There's a lot of political crap coming from this side of the world in terms of crypto. A lot. But there's also a lot of crap here in terms of political junk that we're dealing with too. Yes, Canada and the U.S. All right? We're dealing with, even internally in the United States. Let's be real here. Even internally in the United States, we're dealing with it. You see what I mean? Like, that's a big, big problem. So the reason a lot of markets can't go ahead is, you're right. We do have the FUD, right, with your Russia and China. Like, I get that. Right? I get that. But even in the developed, right, in the United States, I'm not saying Russia and China aren't developed, but I'm saying in the Western world, the United States, we can't even get out of our own damn way with Congress. I watched the energy hearing, and it was nowhere near as good as the one Denell Dixon was on when they were talking to crypto in Congress. Nowhere near as good. It was all politics. They wasted an opportunity to use technology to make the country better, to fix financial systems, to BS on politics. That's a problem. That's a real big problem. All right. So let's get back to the comments here. Emmanuel Namset says Stellar is a utility, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so then we may have to define that. Maybe there's a whole new class of assets called utility assets, right? We have our commodities, hard commodities, paper commodities, equities, real estate, property, or, you know, those things. We might have to define a whole new class of utility asset. Maybe that's what the IRS is working. I don't know. I don't get into the tax stuff like that, but it sure seems like that's how it sounds. We have to kind of get into this. Barno chimes in saying currency, paying utility, property, store of value, ownership. So for Barno, and Barno tackles his crypto usage very differently, and I respect him for it too. Barno is very much into believer of value of crypto, storing value on the chain. And Barno, you see, I'm getting more and more into that. I'm trying to get more and more people here to see that you can build NFTs on the chain, and you can take these NFTs and you can actually sell people the real art that they're buying. You could actually do that. We're talking like adult-based art, all right? And I'm just kind of chiming in with what you guys got rocking on here. But you see what I'm saying? We do. We actually have an NFT that is on Litemint right now that is doing that. I mean, that is huge. That is huge. That is great for value on the chain. So Barno, shout out to you, because that's my big thing, is putting value on the chain. I want to put more value on the chain. I don't mind having an open ledger. I really don't. I don't mind that at all. Let's see. Wigbuster187 says, posting video on Discord, need to watch. All right, I do. I've got that Discord up here. And if you haven't, check out the Discord. It's Family, Hobbies, and Cards. There is a link in one of these 50 million windows I have up at the top of the screen. I've got it right here. If you want to find it, go to the main page, the YouTube page, go to community, and you're going to see the Discord logo right there. Just click on that, log in, join us in the Discord chat. Yes, cool stuff, the Discord chat. Love it. All right, so Patriotist1 says, the elite wants the Great Reset. New Great Depression coming in this decade. It gives elites the great opportunity to become even more wealthy. The thing is, Patriotist, I don't know how much of us are going to take this anymore. Like, seriously, look at what happens in Australia right now. Like, yo, they got camps that they take people to for isolate. They have camps. And don't give me any of this crap about, oh, well, it's safe for health and Rona and all this stuff. Don't even try. Don't even try. This is about control. These are about these countries here taking control. All right? We already know what China's doing with Taiwan, right? Australia is taking control of its citizens. And Wigbuster, you're right. The movement is rolling forward, all right? And that's why, like, so when we talk about global market cap of crypto is a newer, it's like a younger generation. It's a digital version. It's the same idea as gold, guys. I mean, except gold, don't get me wrong, is a hard commodity, but it's the same concept. People are using it to have financial accessibility outside of government control. The government can try all they want to short gold, but they only can do it for so long. In Patriotist, I'm with you. It's Rothschild. I mean, you've got quite a few people out there that are into this whole group. All right. It is very much like that. All right. And that's the other thing. Okay. So, and I'm not going to go conspiracy theory. All right. But just hear me out here. I'm a big JFK fan. All right. Like, I love all that kind of stuff. I like the mystery stuff, you know, all that. They were supposed to release the files, more government files regarding JFK this year. But the reason they cited not releasing the files was because of COVID. What the hell does COVID have to do with me learning about who shot JFK? All the evidence? Come on now. The whole world is hiding behind this to do exactly what Patriotist is saying, is to screw the finances of the people, to shift wealth. I mean, that is exactly what you're seeing happen. And that's what you're seeing play out right now. It's garbage. It's totally garbage. And like I said, I'm not trying to get political, but I'm telling you right now, look at these countries. All right? I mean, look at the ones we got up on the screen right now. Right? Look at what is Australia doing to their people? Controlling their people, taking them out of their homes and putting them in camps, isolation camps. Yo, come on, man. You know, let's go to the next one. China. We know China banning crypto. There's a lot of FUD with that. But China also doesn't want the people to have power. That's why that's why they don't want the crypto. Because the people would have power. Because it would be an open ledger. Like that's huge. Think of Russia. We already know what's happening with Russia. And let's be fair here. All right. Let's be fair here. Let's think that there's another big issue, and that's this. It's the Russia-Ukraine issue, right? Again, that's another big political STEM issue here. All right. What about China and their control of Taiwan? Again, control. And that's what you're seeing. And that's why this crypto movement, the cat is out of the bag. We're going to have to withstand some of these pressures, some of these financial attacks of sliding money, like what we're seeing right now. All right, look at this. That's 300. Let's just count this out real quick. That's 400 billion in market cap that got wiped out in the last couple days. And Fool Boy, thank you for saying that. Like, and I don't mean to be like political, like, you know, just to take jabs at people. I like to be like, you know, as factual as possible. But the problem is the politics is affecting the policies that's going on with this. That's what bothers me. You know, what bothers me is I see this growing. I'm not going to be serious. I'm telling you guys, look at gold. Like, look at the gold charts. All right. Gold was really, really boring. It was not sexy for a long time. Weird dogs. It wasn't. But then when we started writing all these junk loans and people were like, oh crap, junk loans, people are going to default. Gold shot through the roof. People were using it to hedge. The same thing happening right now in the market. Look what happened. Since the Rona, they're like, yo, we need to start cranking stuff up with crypto market cap. I mean, look at what it's done. Look at what the Rona has done with accelerating people. Look at the money. $360 billion, running it up to almost, what, $3 billion? Do you know how much money that is? And that's all people pulling money away from, trying to get it away from the government's control, right? On the blockchain, right? Rather than being in the control of the fiat systems. This is where your really, really big power struggle comes in play. Sorry, my dogs are whining here. And it's true. Trigger Bandit, you are exactly right. Politics are affecting everything, and I hate that. I don't care if you're Democratic or Republican. None of that stuff matters to me. Do you believe in making things better piece by piece? Piece by piece, piece by piece, piece by piece. I don't talk about swinging the pendulum one crazy way from here to there, but can you make constant gains that you can build on that are sustainable? That's the big thing. All right? Kenobi, stop. But hold on, let me let my dogs out real quick, guys. Give me a second. I'll let him out the room, and then we'll keep going. He might have to go outside. He's crying. All right. Sorry about that. We'll go just a couple more minutes here. Let's see. We got Barno says, and Trigger Bandit, you're right. It is affecting everything. Trigger Bandit says politics are affecting everything. I'm gonna go just a couple more minutes, and then because my dogs are gonna need me to take them outside, and I want to be a good dog parent. Sweetie, what are you doing? Hi, baby. Hi. Want to come up here? Come here. Oh, hi, sweetheart. So this is my lovely all-white shepherd. Hey, baby. She was fine. Well, yeah, you could take her. Yeah, she'll probably stay with me. It's all right. So anyways, yeah, so getting back to the comments, like I said, I'm just going to do this a couple more minutes, and I'm going to shut it down. Barno says, I see collateral happening, which I think Stellar aims at. Ecosystem builders, in my eyes, aims for trust, and trust is where you park your value. Barno, you are 100% right. Trust is where you park your value, especially in the future of corruption. Especially when I start looking at this map here, and you tell me all the corruption that is going in some of these governments here, right? And how much of it affects crypto. Venezuela, El Salvador, Peru, Central America, Latin America payment corridor. Lots of problems. We always forget to talk about Canada. Canada's printing money like crazy too. Canada's just printing money after printing money after printing money. Shutting down tourism from their country, just hurting their pocketbooks, just draining citizens, just printing more money. So yes, it is politics. Totally ruining stuff here. All right, totally ruining stuff. So let's get to it. Emmanuel says Stellar is one of 5 ISO 20022 coins. There's more than that. I thought, Emmanuel, I'm pretty sure there's quite a bit more than that. I think I can name 5 off the top of my head right now. Diego says, if you have time, what does it mean for XLM to be ISO 20022 and to approved? All right, for those of you that don't know, okay, ISO. Do you guys want to see if I can do ISO? All right. All right, here we go. We're going to do ISO. You guys want to do an ISO class? All right, let's do it. All right, I am going to have one word up on the screen. And you know what? Let's do a little bit better color here. Let's go with the rainbow pen and let's draw. And I've got a word up on the screen. All right? Here's the word up on the screen. All right? This is what ISO 20022 means. You just need to know one word. And that word is chips. All right? That's all you have to think about. Think about the word chips, all right? Think about it in food, all right? If I'm in the United States and I want to eat chips, I'm going to eat potato chips. If I'm in England and I want to eat chips, what are they? They're like fries, right? So I have a word in food. In food, that means 2 different things in the English language. I have the same word that means 2 totally different things. So if me and my British friends go hang out and I'm like, yo, we're going to have some fish and chips, we're probably going to be expecting different things, right? Okay, this is the exact same concept with ISO in the banking industry, all right? The messaging system that moves money, and I'm not talking about messaging like instant messaging, but the messaging system that moves money from one thing to the other has words like chips that in one banking software means one thing and one banking software means another. So when it goes to move money, okay, when you look to move money between all these different things, all right, and let me just go right here, clean screen. You have to take them from this level. You have to on-ramp them to here. You have to take them to here. You have to on-ramp them to here, bring them to here, bring them down to here, go to this level, this level, this level. And the reason you have to go through all these different things is because to move money across the globe, it's not all on one system, all right? It's literally like the word chips, guys. All right? It is literally like the word chips. In English, the word chips means 2 different foods. It's the same thing with ISO. So what ISO stands to do is to take those words, the messaging, right? The remittance codes, the actual remittance codes for moving money, all right? It takes those things and it puts them on the same plane so they mean the same thing so that banking systems can talk to each other without confusion. In some of the banking softwares that are out there, the words that they have in their messaging are the same, but they mean 2 different things. That causes a huge clash. You have the risk of losing money. You have the risk of time, which loses money. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. And thank you, Schleppers, for noticing it. Yes, I did. So if you guys wonder where like the super chats, like the membership money and all that kind of stuff goes to, it goes to stuff like this. Digital pads so I can draw on the screen. So I can kind of give more visual explanations to some of the things that I've been talking about. So yes, thank you for noticing that. Trigger Bandit says, I'm off. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, I'm probably going to be ending off soon. But that's what ISO is. ISO, International Standard Organization. They have ISO 9000, which is manufacturing. 20022 is for moving money. So just remember the word chips. The word chips means 2 different things in the English language about food. All right? The same thing happens with banking messages. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's start rolling out. All right? Let's have a little bit of fun here. Little music up on the screen for everyone. All right, guys. This has been a fun stream. And so Diego Sanchez says yes. Wait, Diego Sanchez, so it's a messaging for moving money. Yes, it is. It is how you move money on these payment systems. All right, everyone? All right, so that's what we're going to do. We are going to log off now. I am going to throw the screen up on there, play a little bit of music. Nah, that's just kidding. All right, guys, I'm going to log off right now. So Klaus, family, hobbies, and cards, thank you, everyone, for